Hey everyone, Movie Subway here. Today we're diving into an inspiring true story that proves a hero doesn't need fame, just heart, loyalty, and the courage to keep moving forward. This is Togo, 2019, and trust me, you'll want to stick around till the end. The story begins in 1925, where we meet a musher named Leonhard Seppala in the small Arctic town of Nome, Alaska. Seppala's job is to transport supplies across the frozen land using sleds, and during that time, using a dog sled was the most common way to travel. But these sleds weren't pulled by just any dogs. They needed strong, special-bred sled dogs, trained to survive harsh snow and deadly winds. One day, a Siberian husky puppy is born at Seppala's home. He's tiny, weak, and nothing like the others. Seppala immediately thinks this pup will never be useful. He won't survive the tough trails, and certainly can't pull a sled. He plans to give the puppy away, but his wife Constance refuses. She treats every dog like her own child. "I want to keep him. He's close to my heart. He deserves a chance. We shouldn't decide his fate so quickly." She names him Togo. Seppala reluctantly agrees, but he's not convinced at all. But Constance knows, a dog this wild would never fit anywhere else. Sure enough, the friend returns the very next morning. "Your dog is crazy. I can't keep him." Constance smiles. She knew it. Every time Seppala prepares his sled team, Togo escapes and follows behind. If they tie him up, he digs under the fence and disrupts the other dogs' training sessions. One day, because of Togo's mischief, Seppala falls straight into freezing water. Now he's completely fed up. He locks Togo inside a room, but Togo is determined. He tries the door, fails, then spots a small ventilation pipe. He climbs on a table, pushes through obstacles, breaking jars and shelves, and squeezes himself through. Constance sees it happen, shocked and amazed by his intelligence. Togo runs straight back to Seppala, annoying the working dogs again. Seppala is furious. After some time, Seppala convinces a strict woman to adopt Togo. She clearly warns, he stays inside the house, no exceptions. Seppala agrees and leaves Togo there. But soon, crash! Togo breaks the window and escapes, running all the way back to Seppala. When Seppala sees him, he's frustrated, but then he notices Togo's bleeding paws. He picks him up, puts him on the sled, and tries to carry him home. But Togo refuses to sit. He wants to run with the team, not be carried. Finally, Seppala gives up trying to hold him down and attaches him to the team. A short distance later, he's stunned. Togo isn't just running, he's outrunning every dog there, faster, stronger, and unstoppable. Seppala immediately moves him to the lead position, and Togo races the entire team home at lightning speed. Seppala is shocked, proud, speechless. He tells Constance, "Togo is a born lead dog. I'm proud of him." Constance is overjoyed, their bond and their fame growing stronger every year. Time passes. 12 years go by. Now, Togo is old. As Seppala and his team travel through the mountains, they suddenly spot a herd of reindeer running wildly in the opposite direction. Togo changes course on his own, pulling the sled away from the path they were supposed to take. Seppala tries to steer him back, but Togo refuses to listen. Moments later, Seppala looks across the ridge and realizes what happened. The weather in the direction they were headed has turned deadly, a brutal storm building fast. Togo sensed it before any human could. Seppala can't help but feel proud of him. After hours of traveling, they finally return to Nome. There, a man rushes toward them with alarming news. A deadly epidemic, diphtheria, has taken over town. Most victims are children. 5 have already died. More than 20 are in the hospital, struggling to survive. The entire town is terrified. The mayor immediately calls for a meeting. Seppala is there among everyone else. The mayor explains that there is a cure, a life-saving antitoxin serum, but it's in a hospital far away, in Nenana near Fairbanks, nearly 600 miles from Nome. They plan to fly it in by plane, but the storm is too severe. No aircraft can make it. The mayor turns to Seppala, asking about the weather. Seppala replies that he's never seen anything this dangerous. Even Togo was terrified, which is why he changed the route earlier. Then the mayor asks the question everyone is fearing: how quickly can you sled to Nenana and bring the serum back? But Seppala doesn't answer. He walks out silently, unwilling to risk a journey through a storm like this. Outside, the blizzard grows stronger. A doctor asks Seppala for a ride back to the hospital. Seppala takes him there. The doctor whispers, "Nome doesn't need skill right now. We need luck. Only a miracle can save those children." Through the window, Seppala sees children crying in pain, struggling to breathe, and he can't bear it. He returns home, torn apart by what he saw. He begins preparing sled vaccinations for his dogs. Constance walks in. She gently asks, "Are you planning to go get the serum?" Seppala sighs. "I've just returned from a long trip. I'm exhausted. I don't want to go back out there, but I can't just stand here and watch those children die." Constance warns him that the weather is far worse than anything he's faced, and Togo is 12 years old now. Taking him into a storm like this could kill him. Seppala refuses. "He's my lead dog. I can't make this journey without him." Tears fill Constance's eyes. "I know he's your working dog, but I love him too. He's my family. If I try to reach Nena without Togo, I won't make it back alive. None of us know if this is Togo's last run or not, but I can't decide his fate sitting here talking about it." He finishes preparing the sled. He looks at Togo. "This trip, it's our test. Constance steps forward, wiping her tears. "I'll wait for you," she whispers. Then she kneels beside Togo, holding his face gently. "My boy, I've cared for you since you were small. Now you bring Seppala back home. You come back with him." Togo stares back with determination. The moment they step out, the entire town gathers, cheering and praying for them. Every hope, every life rests on this single sled team. Togo surges forward at full speed, straight into the heart of the storm. Togo senses the danger first and tries to turn back. Seppala pulls the reins, trying to stop the sled, but it's too late. They slide toward the drop, but at the last second, Seppala hooks the anchor into a rock, stopping them just inches from falling. Hanging on the edge, Seppala shouts, "Togo, pull, pull." With every ounce of strength, Togo pulls the team upward, his paws slicing into the ice, bleeding, but he doesn't stop. He saves every single dog. He saves Seppala. They reach a nearby roadhouse, one of the shelters built along the snowy routes. A woman there tends to Togo's bleeding paws. She warns Seppala, "Your dog is in terrible condition. If you push him any further, he'll die." Seppala doesn't respond to her warning. They can't afford to lose time. Instead of following the regular road, he plans something even riskier. He decides to cross the frozen river, a shortcut that will save them one entire day. Even if the river ice breaks beneath them, he has no choice. Because lives are ticking away in Nome, back in the hospital at Nome, the children are suffering terribly. Doctors are overwhelmed, trying everything they can, even reading stories aloud just to calm the terrified kids. Meanwhile, Seppala drives onto the frozen river, risking everything. Cracks begin to echo beneath the sled. The dogs panic, but Togo doesn't flinch. He pushes forward with fearless determination. Seppala encourages him every step of the way, and together they keep moving deeper across the ice. As this happens, the mayor of Nome sends a message to the press in Ninana. A deadly epidemic has struck Nome, and one musher is risking a 600-mile journey in a brutal storm to save the town. That news spreads everywhere. People can't believe anyone would attempt this with temperatures dropping below -60 Fahrenheit. After crossing the river, Seppala is only 200 kilometers from Ninana. He stops at a roadhouse to rest briefly before continuing. But unknown to him, Henry, another musher from Ninana, has already traveled 31 miles to bring the serum. Seppala passes right by him in the storm, barely conscious. Henry shouts, trying to stop him, but Seppala doesn't hear. Togo does. Togo hears Henry and stops the team. Henry believes the team passed him, until suddenly, Seppala appears out of the storm, barely standing. They hurry inside, and Henry hands him the antitoxin, the only hope for the children. Henry says, "No musher is as strong or brave as you. Most of us can't handle 30 miles in -60. You crossed hundreds." Seppala warms himself and Togo for just a short while, then loads the serum onto his sled. At dawn, they're back on the trail. Henry and the roadhouse keeper plead with him not to go back across the river. The ice will be even weaker now. But Seppala can't wait. Every minute means another child could die. They reach the frozen river again. This time, it's even worse. Seppala sees the cracks, the shifting slabs of ice, and fear grips even him, but there's no other route to save the children in time. He pushes forward. Cracks split wide beneath them. Ice breaks apart into drifting chunks, tearing the river apart. The dogs struggle to stay balanced. Seppala shouts encouragement, refusing to let panic take over. Suddenly, we flash back 10 years. A sled race in Alaska. Seppala competes for the first time. Everyone bets on the reigning champion, not on Seppala, but Togo's power surprises everyone. He leads the team faster than any other dog on the trail. Seppala wins. The crowd erupts in cheers. Constance and Seppala are astonished and proud. For the first time, they realize how extraordinary Togo truly is. They win a prize of $5,000, but more than money, Seppala gains unshakable trust in his lead dog. He tells Constance, "I doubted him when he was young, but now, I see how smart and fast he really is." The ice beneath them is shattered. Seppala has no choice but to ride on drifting pieces of ice, pushing sideways and steering by instinct. Togo shows no fear. He keeps driving forward. Finally, they reach the riverbank, but they're still stuck on a floating slab. Seppala gives Togo one last command. Togo leaps ahead, pulling the slab toward the land with every ounce of strength he has left. The team jumps onto solid ground. Seppala hugs Togo, overwhelmed with pride. They arrive at another roadhouse and rest for the night. The same woman tends to Togo again, but this time her face is filled with sorrow. Seppala asks what's wrong. She replies quietly, "Togo is dying, slowly." Seppala is devastated. Meanwhile, Constance watches the storm rage and realizes Seppala may not survive alone, so she sends another sled rider to go after him. The next day, Seppala prepares to head back to Nome. Before he leaves, the roadhouse keeper calls him outside and shows him the river. It's no longer frozen. It has turned into deadly, freezing water. He says, "You cheated death yesterday just to get here. Crossing it now is suicide." Sepala continues the journey home, pushing through brutal winds. He asks Togo to rest on the sled, but Togo refuses. Again and again, he breaks free, eager to run. So Sepala finally harnesses him back to the front. Days of travel take a toll. Sepala is exhausted, barely able to stand. The storm grows fiercer. The snow blinds him completely. He can't see the trail anymore. He leans toward Togo and whispers, "I can't see the road ahead. You'll have to lead us to the next roadhouse." Togo takes command, pushing through the storm on pure instinct. Sepala, half asleep from exhaustion, falls standing on the sled. Hours pass. When he wakes, the dogs have stopped. Struggling to walk, he reaches Togo. "We have to keep moving, or we'll die here." Suddenly, another musher appears. Togo has led the team directly to the roadhouse on his own. Sepala tells him the serum is on the sled. Everyone is stunned by Togo's leadership. Sepala stays to rest with Togo, while the other musher races toward Nome with the antitoxin. Togo's paws are badly wounded, torn from endless miles. The other musher reaches Nome and hands the antitoxin to the doctor. The town celebrates. The mayor is relieved. Reporters quickly write the story, but only record the name of that musher and his lead dog, Balto. They call Balto the hero. They print his name as the savior of the children. Soon, every child recovers, but Sepala and Togo remain unknown. A week later, when Sepala and Togo finally reach home, Togo can barely stand. Sepala sets him gently on a bed. Constance comforts him with quiet pride. The next afternoon, Sepala wakes to find Constance outside, caring for Togo. Her eyes are filled with disappointment. "I read the newspaper. They credited Gunnar and Balto for everything. There's no mention of you. It's like you never left home, but nothing can be changed now." Soon, people from Nome come to thank Sepala. They bring gifts. They bring gratitude. That night, a little girl named Sally visits with her father. She offers a small wooden toy she carved, a tiny Togo. Seeing Togo so weak, she asks, "Is he dying?" Sepala can't answer. He steps outside, heartbroken. Constance comforts him silently. Weeks pass. Togo's paw never fully heals. Sepala, with tears in his voice, apologizes to him. "I have to keep working, but I can't take you with me anymore." Togo, unwilling to be left behind, keeps trying to escape the house. He wants to pull the sled. He wants to lead again. He breaks through the door, running on injured paws. Sepala can't hold back his emotions anymore. He hugs Togo tightly. Constance smiles through tears. They finally understand. Togo was never meant to retire quietly. He was born to run. Together, they spend the next years in peace. Togo eventually becomes a father. Mushers from around the world come to get his puppies, the foundation of a new sled dog bloodline, the Siberian breed known for intelligence and stamina. Togo lives 2 more years. Even after his passing, Sepala continues his work. Togo's courage saved countless children, yet his story remained hidden in history. Balto received the statue in New York's Central Park, and the world believed he led the serum relay. But in 2011, Time magazine finally revealed the truth. The people of Nome still honor Togo, their real hero. If Togo's bravery touched your heart, share his story with someone who needs to hear it. Let the world know who the real hero was. And hey, if you want to join us on more inspiring journeys just like this, make sure to subscribe.